Hello and welcome to Your New Jersey. I'm Lisa Marie Falbo. On today's show, we'll hear from Choose New Jersey, who recently unveiled the New Jersey West Coast Center. We also have a special announcement for Your New Jersey. But first, I Pink I Can is an organization supporting women going through breast cancer treatment. Dr. Manpreet Kohli, founder of I Pink I Can and director of breast surgery at Monmouth Medical Center, joins us now. Doctor, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Preeti, thank you for coming on here and sharing this beautiful mission, which I cannot wait to learn more about. But first, I want to learn about your career in breast surgery. What inspired you to pursue oncology?
I'm a product of a medical family, and I have always known how important it is to care for others. And what was always the impetus to going into medicine was having that relationship with the patient where you really are bonded and connected. I'm a surgeon and I love to use my hands, and there are very few surgical fields where you get that long-term relationship. You're not just, necessarily doing a procedure and then never seeing the person again. So this is such a rewarding field because I get to unfortunately be a part of some people's worst day where they learn they have cancer, but carry them through a really difficult time and celebrate so many more milestones of survivorship and achievement afterwards and just living life. So it's a beautiful thing that I'm able to do every day.
What sets your breast center apart from some of the others in the Garden State?
It's a great thing to be in this era of ample access to care and not needing to go 2 hours away to a big city to be cared for. And I think there certainly is something to be said about being cared for in your community, close to home, without the added obstacle of figuring out how to get to that big institution, and knowing that you're not compromising on the level of care you're getting because you're not going to the big city. We've brought all of the latest advances right here to our own community so we can be able to carry out care to the highest standard and carry people through a very difficult time without extra burden and obstacle like that.
You are a very busy person. You're a mother, you're a rock star breast surgeon, and you developed this amazing organization, I Pink I Can. Tell us all about it.
So I Think I Can was born out of frustration, to be honest. I see patients every day and they're diagnosed with breast cancer, and it hits home when you know how common this is. 1 in 8 women get breast cancer. It doesn't discriminate. It could affect you if you're perfectly healthy, and it can have no symptoms, and that could be any one of us. So when I take care of patients, I really want a level playing field. And it's a very difficult journey sometimes, even with the best access and ample reserves to help pay for whatever you need. But there shouldn't be a discrepancy in care if you don't have a nest egg and you can't afford to take time off from work. Sometimes we really have to take a minute and pause to be able to ensure that the patient has appropriate funding for the next step. And that's when it's upsetting to see that somebody might be putting a hold on really urgently needed life-saving treatment. So I've had patients who have had to postpone getting chemotherapy because they had to choose, do I want to try and save my hair, but I don't have money to pay for scalp cooling? Or do I just accept that as a loss and start tomorrow? And every day matters. Every day that you're living with a cancer in you, you may feel that uncertainty. So this was born out of a need to have an immediately accessible patient care fund. So not having to skimp anywhere and knowing that any patient should have that access and can have that access to a very, very high level of care, regardless of their financial background, it's huge. It's helped so many patients in a variety of ways.
Preeti, when was I Pink I Can established?
So in 2021, we had our first fundraising event. And I was seeing at that point, we were just emerging from the pandemic. It was a very stressful time for people in general, but especially people in healthcare, where you really felt like you were putting yourself at risk for the greater good for other people. And when we started feeling more comfortable with being in person again and being in, an event setting, the first event really was a celebration of not only the journey that these patients have come through during a very challenging time, but a reminder to all of our team why we show up every day, and seeing people come through celebrating how well they're doing, being grateful, and having a face with something that you may not, there could be a patient who was operated on and never actually met the nurse that was in the operating room, but to know that that patient got where they are because of the every small part that everyone on the team has played collectively was such a gratifying experience for everyone. Everyone felt good. It was truly a celebratory moment for not just the patient, but everyone there that helps them get there.
How were the funds raised distributed to patients in need?
So it's basically a very straightforward process of, do you have a need that we cannot address with the resources already available? Do you have a need that's more urgent than applying for a grant and waiting for approval? And it truly is tailored based on the individual. We had a patient who needed a chemotherapy medication that was only approved at a very high dose. And so she would not be able to leave the house because the side effects would just make her run to the bathroom constantly. But the lower dose she could live with, but it wasn't covered. So we covered that, and it changed her quality of life entirely. Back to school items. Some people spend every last bit of their savings to survive and take care of themselves, and there may not be a lot left for regular run-of-the-mill household items. And that's also certainly within the realm. It's basically anything that we can do to help remove those barriers for a patient and get everyone the care they need in the best way possible.
How much money have you raised since 2021?
Each event, it's been doubled. So our last event, we raised nearly $60,000 in with a single event. So now we're looking to expand. So there are certainly other fundraising opportunities that have presented themselves. We will be having a concert at Wonder Bar, working with the Monmouth Ocean County Realtors Association with Brian Kirk and the Jerks. That's also in October. We'll be having our annual Pink Party in October. And there are walks where patients have initiated the creating a walk and fundraising and directing everything they've raised towards I Think I Can. And it's just amazing to see that initiative come not from just me, but those that have been inspired to help in whatever way they can too. So I'm hoping that we continue to double what we raised last year.
So you mentioned the Pink Party happening in October for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I know it's at a new location this year. Tell us what attendees can expect.
That's right. So we are at a new location because the good problem we've had is that this has snowballed and we have more patients and family members, community members, people from the hospital, just so many people wanting to come, show up. It's a great night. It's fun. We all don our best pink outfit, and there's always some fun twist to the night. Last year, we had guest bartenders with doctors behind the bar, making their own cocktails and fighting for who would raise the most in tips. We have lots of prizes, auction items. We're actually auctioning off an experience this year with Eagles tickets at the Sphere in Las Vegas. I think there's a lot of excitement around it, and So the new venue is going to be at Avenue in Long Branch, and it's a beautiful place, ocean view. We're really excited. I think it's going to be wonderful.
Where can people find out more information, purchase tickets?
So we will be selling tickets on Eventbrite, and you can find the link at ithinkicannj.com. I would definitely encourage purchasing them earlier than later because we do have a special pricing before October 1st, and we anticipate it selling out. So definitely get on that. And we do have a discounted rate for survivors, of course.
Preeti, this was so much fun. I have to shout out the person who brought us together here today, my cousin Aiden, your future son-in-law. But by the way, he's 7 years old. But I understand that Aiden and your daughter, they've had a love affair for quite a number of years, dating back to preschool.
Oh, yeah, half their lives. So it's definitely a long-term committed relationship. And I absolutely love Aiden and look forward to us being family in the future.
Well, his parents are some of my favorite people in the world, my cousins, Shane and Dara. So shout out to the Serranos. Thank you for making this happen. And I'm so happy they brought us together because I've heard a lot about you, and I'm just so happy to finally meet you and support you any way I can because, up here in North Jersey, we do a lot in the breast cancer space and women's health space, and advocating is so important, and you are right on target with everything. So thank you.
Thank you so much. It's been so nice chatting with you. This is so exciting. And I hope to see you at our event.
Same here. I have to get my pink outfit. Can't wait.
Yeah.
The Garden State is a hotspot for film and television, and we are expanding our reach. Choose New Jersey recently opened a New Jersey West Coast Center, which will advocate for the East Coast film industry and serve as an AI hub. Tim Crouch serves as the center's Chief Strategy Officer and Executive Director. He joins us now. Tim, welcome to the show.
Great to be here.
What will the New Jersey West Coast Center entail?
So I think for us, actually, as you look at the ways that different places across the world, whether they're countries or states, market themselves and try to bring in new business and new investment, invariably the reality is you have to be there in person to make the case. And we've followed that model as the state of New Jersey for the last several years, and opened offices in India. In East Asia, just last year, we opened an office in Taipei. We have an office in Ireland. We have an office in Israel. We have an office in Europe based out of Frankfurt. So we know the importance already of being on the ground to advocate for New Jersey. What we've not done before, though, is do that domestically. And for us, as we think about the most critical markets, the West Coast, California in particular, is just such an important place for New Jersey to attract business from. So for us, it was an easy decision. You've got to be there in person. So that's what we did.
Tell us more about the AI Hub and other activations we would find at the New Jersey West Coast Center.
The AI Hub is a critical step for the state to have taken. Still being developed and sort of still components being added to it, but based out of Princeton with collaborations across the state. The AI Hub is a game changer, I think, for the state of New Jersey. It differentiates us compared to our competitors across the East Coast, but also elsewhere in the United States. It provides a focal point for what is a critical industry at a critical time. And I think Governor Murphy has made some really, really smart investments in bringing in the right partners. Part of my job is then to work with companies based on the West Coast to sort of flesh out that roster of partners that make up the AI Hub in New Jersey.
How will the East Coast film industry benefit?
The key thing to note about the film and TV industry is that physical production, so the act of making TV shows or films, really is very mobile. It can go almost anywhere in the world, which makes it a very competitive marketplace. So because you're working with studios that could go to the UK, they could go to Vancouver, they could go to New York, they could go to New Jersey, they could go to Atlanta, for example. We have to make sure that we're putting our best foot forward, and that the producers and the studios are acutely aware of the incentives that exist in the state of New Jersey, the amazing range of physical locations to film in the state, and also the fact that many of our communities are what we call film ready. So communities that have gone through the step working with our film commission of getting ready to actually receive a film production. So they know about permitting, they know about street closures, they know how to work with local vendors. So for New Jersey, it's about making sure that story is told in a really, really competitive market where productions could go anywhere. We want them to choose New Jersey.
And by the way, we have some of the most iconic spots. I mean, the #1 television show of all time, undisputed, was filmed here, The Sopranos, and it still resonates 20, 30 years later. Any production should be so lucky to call New Jersey home.
Yeah, I completely agree. And then I think what's so cool about that is, so we've certainly got some iconic shows that everyone knows. But I think the other side that we have to sort of keep communicating to the industry is that if you want beaches, New Jersey has fantastic beaches. If you want sort of downtown streetscapes, we've got that in abundance. If you want sort of quaint, small, sort of quintessential New England towns, we've got that. You want mountains, we've got that. Probably the only landscape I think we don't sign up to having is the desert. I think beyond that, come to New Jersey, you can get just about anything, and you can get it in probably a sort of 2 or 3 hour radius.
Well, tell us about Choose New Jersey overall. I know you're the state's leading nonprofit business attraction organization, and you do such a good job at promoting us.
Yeah, so we're very active in the different markets that we work in. We're actually, in some ways, we're smaller than people think. We're only about 20 people physically in Newark, New Jersey. But then we have our satellite offices across the world. And the role of those offices is really to work with businesses on the ground, just like I'm doing here in California, to tell the story of what New Jersey has to offer, and then to be the bridge that helps those businesses who are ready to move ensure that they can set up, that they are connected to the right partners on the ground, they can get linked in with the right accounting firms and attorneys and real estate partners to actually then succeed when they get on the ground in New Jersey.
It was fascinating getting to know you and everything happening with Choose New Jersey. Thank you so much.
Great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Where can viewers learn more about the West Coast Center and everything that Choose New Jersey is involved with?
So I pointed to 2 places. So we have the Choose New Jersey website, choosenj.com. There's details of the West Coast Center there. And I really encourage you to follow us across social platforms. We're very active on LinkedIn. We're also active across Facebook, Instagram, and so on.
Thank you so much, Tim. See you back on the East Coast very soon.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you. We are so happy to announce that Your New Jersey was nominated twice in the Community Service category of the New York Chapter Emmy Awards. The first nomination, Your New Jersey in the Community, was a compilation of segments, including our time with RWJ Barnabas Health, Trinitas Regional Medical Center's Peace of Mind event, the Tom Coughlin J Fund Foundation Champions for Children Gala, the Halos for Angels Love is in the Air Gala, and Let's Talk Women's Health and Wellness at the New Jersey Performing Arts Center. Our other nomination was our behind-the-scenes look at the build-out of the New Jersey Hall of Fame's Learning and Entertainment Center located inside the American Dream Mall. Also in that episode, we spoke with the New Jersey Hall of Fame's 2023 inductees, which included Sopranos creator David Chase, New York Giants legend Tiki Barber, and many others. Thank you to our extremely talented crew members and loyal viewers that helped make Your New Jersey an Emmy-nominated television show. The winners will be announced later this fall. Let's take a look back at some of the highlights of the nominated segments.
So tonight we're here for Peace of Mind. This is an annual event that we have to raise money to support behavioral health programming at Trinitas.
You would think that Especially nowadays, we're becoming much more aware and understanding of mental health issues and crises, that there would be more opportunities, more access. And the frightening thing is there isn't.
It's so important to have the patients know that they're not out there alone. They're struggling, and it's not a hidden medical issue. Behavioral health issues are out there. There are so many individuals who suffer from this.
Peace of mind is important because mental health is important. And to me, having a balance in your life is peaceful.
It's nothing to be ashamed of. And it's so important that we be there to support them.
The work that you have done, you've gotten people that were on the verge of eviction back on their feet. I mean, the stories are so endless, and you should be so proud.
They're unbelievable stories. We had a family who was living in their car. Yeah, with kids in their car because they'd been evicted, because those words, your child has cancer, just shocked people to the point that they really, they're lost for a while until they figure out somehow, some way. That's where the J Fund comes in. What we do is we're there for practical help.
It's the mission that helps families realize that there's more than what's just in front of you, the stressful part, the gray hair part, the part that you just don't control. They can help you control some of that, and that's the happiness. There's the positivity. There's the we have your back too. You're not alone. We're fighting with you. We've been through it, and if not, we're going to put you with someone that has been through the same thing. That's why they should support it.
What a wonderful night.
Oh, thank you. This is a wonderful night. Having all angels in one room under one halo is just amazing. We started this after I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I had such overwhelming support from our community. People I didn't even know would show up to my doorstep with meals. Their wonderful faces of love inspired me and gave me hope.
I lost my mother when I was 16. Fast forward to this past September, our father recently passed away unexpectedly.
So how did Halos for Angels help you?
They have helped us with helping bury our father. They've set up fundraisers for us. They have asked us how they could help us. They have set things up within the schools and around town. We all are going to come across hard times, and even if we expect it or don't, just the thought of giving back, I think is very important.
Welcome to Let's Talk! Our mental health matters.
I think events like this are so important because women especially, we don't talk enough about certain things. So it's so great to get together and to have these open discussions and dialogue and to be able to communicate on a deeper level so that we're all on the same page and really feeling what everyone is going through.
So people that were here just couldn't say enough and be grateful enough and say that, you know, we need more of this. To be able to give to women today so generously these rich topics, these incredible doctors, these presenters, I don't know, I'm just flying high. I am flying high.
We're coming to you inside the American Dream Complex, one of the world's premier indoor dining and entertainment destinations. It's also about to be home to the New Jersey Hall of Fame. I took an exclusive sneak peek at the construction of the new Hall of Fame with its president, Steve Edwards. So this is it?
This is it.
Okay.
This is it. Come on in, everyone.
Thank you.
So, this is it. New Jersey Hall of Fame at American Dream. It is a 10,000 square foot, state-of-the-art, interactive and immersive. Those are the operative words nowadays. It's no longer museums.
Yes.
And this is going to be our new permanent home for the New Jersey Hall of Fame.
I can see the beauty through all the construction, as I'm sure you do too.
Listen, it's right now, it's obviously doesn't look like it's ready to open, but believe it or not, by March, this place will look, March of 2024, like it's a finished museum.
Yeah, well, this is the last episode of Your New Jersey, happening in 2023.
Is that right?
Yeah, this will be repeating Christmas, New Year's, and I can't think of a better way to end the year
Yeah.
and to look forward to 2024, because we will be back.
You are.
Can't wait. Before we wrap, your New Jersey was at the 15th annual New Jersey Hall of Fame induction ceremony at the New Jersey Performing Arts Center in Newark. Let's take a look at all of the action from the red carpet. Congratulations on this amazing achievement tonight.
Thank you so much. I'm extremely honored and surprised. It's just a great thing. It's a great thing. It's great to be back here. It has some kind of magic.
And great people and legacies that I'm going to be joining. So it's a lot of pride, but it also makes me realize that so many people helped me get to this point where, you know, I could achieve all the things that I wanted to, both as an athlete and as a member of the media and as a man.
So nights like this where we celebrate our talent, our richness, and we make sure to pass it on to the next generation, that they know who came before them and that they know that they can be inspiring.
Thank you for joining me on another episode of Your New Jersey. I'm Lisa Marie Falbo. We'll see you back here next week.